I wanted to take some time and explain what you could expect from a quantum healing hypnosis session with me. I practice Soul Center Healing Hypnosis, which was developed by Laura Wentworth and is an evolution of QHHT, the quantum healing hypnosis technique that was started by Dolores Cannon. Now, Soul Centered Healing Hypnosis differs a little bit from quantum healing hypnosis technique, and I'm going to get into that in a few minutes. But I wanted to talk a little bit about getting you into a hypnotic state, just so you understand what that process is. So, with any form of hypnosis, the practitioner is just guiding you into a very relaxed state where you can access your subconscious, your inner world, and connect with your higher self, your guides, and your past lives. So you're transcending, in a quantum hypnosis, you're transcending time and space there. But with hypnosis, all the practitioner is doing is getting you into that relaxed state and asking you questions throughout the process. There's some myths about hypnosis being used to control you or being like what you see in stage hypnosis. And that's not what it is at all. It's just guiding you into that relaxed state. And it's very similar to guided meditation. It's just longer and making sure you get into a deeper relaxed state than guided meditation. Now, with soul-centered healing hypnosis, the components of a session are getting you into that relaxed state. So I'll guide you through a visualization process and a breathing process to help get you into that relaxed state, where we're getting you into the theta brainwave state, which is a state that you naturally hit right before you go to sleep and right before you wake up. You also enter this state maybe other times throughout the day if you get really focused on a TV show or if you take a long drive, anything like that, where you kind of go into a zoned out trance-like state. So once we get you into that relaxed state, I'm leading you to a garden and I'm having you do a body scan. While we're doing this body scan, this is where I'm going to be doing any energy and entity clearing. Now, during the body scan, you're looking for places of discomfort or pain. In most of the sessions I've done, a lot of these have been very subtle, and people are like, I don't know if this is anything, but I feel a slight tinge here. There's nothing too small for us to look at. So anything you bring up, I work with the archangels to protect that area and clear that area. Now, these energies and entities that we need to release can look like a lot of different things for different people. But we sort of categorize them as earthbound spirits. So those are spirits that passed away here on earth and did not make it into the light or where they're supposed to go. Either they got confused or they were very attached to someone here and they stuck around. And then dark force energy. These energies are something that are diverting your energy, consuming your energy and your light and need to go. Parasitic energy, neither good nor bad, but neither is dark energy technically, but neither good or bad, but also consuming some of your energy and light. And these can look like all sorts of things. They can look like a blob. They can look like a sea creature, an animal. I've seen lots of stuff. And then spiritual or energetic AI, etheric AI. That's something that's not doing too much with your energy. It's kind of just doing a job. Devices, it can look like negative thought energy that someone else has given you or you've given yourself, past life trauma, current life trauma that needs to be cleared, something that's blocking your own abilities or gifts in your body. It can look like all sorts of things. And usually I tell people that, what comes up is it comes up because it needs to be cleared. Things that you're not ready to clear won't come up. So your soul and your higher self always knows what you're ready for. And if it's not something that you're ready to release, it won't come up. I even have some things that sound like they're helpful, but it's come up, so it needs to be released. And after the energy clearing, if you don't feel anything during the body scan, that's okay. I'll have you check all your energy centers anyway to tell me if you feel anything that way. And then if you still don't feel anything, I'll clear them anyways. We do your chakra rebuild and aura reseal, just getting your energy centers back to balance where they need to be, so all that energy can be flowing in your body in the way that it should be, and we can get you back to your vital, normal, healthy state. And then we go into your past life regression. Now, I will say sometimes the energy clearing and entity release will take the time of a full session if you need a lot of energy clearing. And we can't always get to the past life. If that happens, I'll usually do the energy and entity clearing and then bring in your higher self. If there's time, I'll ask questions you provide to your higher self. If there's not time, I'll just do the checks related to your energy clearing and health issues. We go through the past life. Again, you won't see a past life that you're not ready to see. You'll see the exact past life that you're meant to see at this time to help you get to where you need to be in your next steps. So this could look like a really boring life, really typical life, I should say, or a very interesting life. But some common reasons you might be shown a past life could be to help you clear karmic lessons that you're still holding on to and you don't need them anymore. Get rid of fears that are stemming from past lives, such as like a phobia. Serve as a reminder for you to enjoy your life, is a typical one to show you how powerful you are, or maybe a life where you used your voice and you're not currently using your voice, to remind you of your strength, releasing old patterns, even if it's not karmic, releasing old patterns, things that you carried forward in this life that just by seeing them in that life, you're able to let go of. And once I take you through that, those can vary in length depending on the life. But once I take you through that, you'll have an opportunity from that life's perspective to say what you think the lessons are. And then we go into the next portion, which is accessing your higher self. Now, your higher self's been here throughout the whole session, so they're going to come in pretty easily. All you have to do is say yes when I ask to speak to the higher self. And then we'll ask the higher self what the lesson was for that life, why they showed you that life. If there's any people that you saw in that life that you're incarnated with in this life, any karmic lessons still playing out. If there is, what do you need to understand about them? And then we'll do some checks for your energy clearing to make sure that we got everything that we could release today and nothing else needs to be done. I'll ask any health related questions that you noted on your intake forms that you want me to ask about. And then we'll go into the questions that you provide. On your paperwork, you get to provide 10 questions. And these questions can literally be about anything that you want to ask. They can be about money, like gaining financial abundance is a very common one, but they can even be more specific, like what should I invest in? Or, I mean, you might want to be a little bit more specific than that. Like, I'm thinking about investing in X, or should I do Y? But, or it can be about your relationships. It can be about finding love. It can be about specific relationships with specific people. Like if you want to understand why they're in your life, or what you need to do to overcome issues that you're having with someone in your life. They can be about your career. They can be about your soul mission, soul purpose. They can be about your soul origin. They can be anything further about your health issues or health issues of a loved one. Maybe you're helping a loved one with a health issue that you want to know about. It can be about the wider universe. Really, the sky's the limit there. And then after I ask all your 10 questions, we'll do final messages from your higher self. Now, if you did have a loved one that was having health issues, we can try to see if there's any healing that can be done by connecting with that person's higher self. So we'd have your higher self connect with their higher self. However, you need to ask that person before your session if it's okay for you to do that. And even then, their higher self may say it's not the right time for the type of healing that we want to do, but that is possible. So after that, we close the session and I bring you out and we kind of go over a little bit of what we learned. Before the session, we also chat through your paperwork and getting to know each other a little bit too. That can be from 30 minutes to an hour. So the whole time frame is around 4 hours, with the hypnosis session being 2.5 to 3 hours. Now, I do all of my sessions online, so you do need to have a device with a camera. You also need to have a headset with a microphone that comes down over your mouth. And I prefer for it to be a wired headset. If you already have a Bluetooth headset, it needs to be fully charged and have a battery life, I would say, of at least 6 hours, preferably more. Just in case, just because I have had people use Bluetooth that have started to die. And the reason you need a mic is because some people speak very softly during hypnosis, and it's hard to hear them and hard for me to kind of ask the questions that I need to ask. So during the session, you are fully aware of your body. Most people are. I'd say there's probably like 5% of people who go very deeply and aren't aware of their body, but most people are aware of their body. They're aware of their own analytical mind, and they're aware of what's coming through from their subconscious and higher self as well. So they kind of have like two streams of thoughts in their mind. And the most important part is to just say what's coming to your mind. Say the first thing that comes. Don't question it. Just let it come out. And don't worry about what's coming out of your mouth. Let things come through as they come through. Try to let go of all expectations before the session, because like I said, you never know what you're going to see. And your higher self and soul is going to be in charge of kind of what you see, what you need to see at the time. So yeah, do these all online, need a computer, a headset, strong internet connection. You also need a quiet, private space where you can lay down or recline back, because you want your head to be supported and you want to be comfortable to where you're going to be in a very relaxed state for 2.5 to 3 hours. So you don't want to be in a chair where you're trying to like hold up your head and it gets uncomfortable and you get a crick in your neck. And then some of the benefits of these sessions, it can really vary depending on what you need. But for me, it's really connecting you to your inner world, your subconscious, and your intuitive and spiritual abilities. But also, it's helping you release a lot of things that need to be released, that were stuck in your body that you maybe didn't know about or you thought you had already released, but there's just like a little bit more to do. So it's helping you do that. All healing is self-healing. You're the one releasing everything. You're the one listening to your higher self and doing any advice that they give you. But it's helping you heal a lot of those major life events that got stuck in your body. A lot of the energy attachments and entities get in during trauma. They get in from having denser emotions and not believing in yourself. And then you can also be hanging on to those major life events in your body, those emotions, because you didn't release them properly when they came up, or you kind of tamp them down. It also helps facilitate your spiritual growth. Like I said, by helping you connect with your higher self, heightening your intuitive abilities. When I first had my first hypnosis session, it was way easier to connect in meditation afterwards, and I wanted to meditate more. And I had a lot of intuitive abilities start to come in for me. Now, that won't be everyone's experience, but if it's something that needs to happen for you and it's supposed to happen for you, it will. And then also learning about your own soul, empowering your self-discovery, learning about why you've had some of the experiences in your life that you've had, what the higher purpose for them was, and then if you still need to release some of that after the session, now you kind of understand more about what that lesson is, or you're able to reflect on it better in order to release it on your own. And also, it's very empowering because most times you're being reminded of your own inner strength, your own power, your own control, your own voice, your own free will, and the decisions and choices that you made coming into this life and why you made them. So it can be very empowering and healing experience for a lot of people. Right now, through April 20th, I have a 22% off coupon on a single session, and also I have a bundle with 2 sessions. Now, if you think you may have a lot of energy that needs to be released, I definitely advise booking 2 sessions. It's hard to know though, but some signs you may need to is, I would like just ask yourself how much you need. If you have a lot of sort of chaos energy going on in your life, you may need to. But anyone who is working in a traumatic environment, has had a lot of major, like, devastating life events in their life, have work around people who are at their end of life stages or anything to do with end of life, working in the medical environment, because that can also often be very stressful, may need to. And you get a big discount by paying for the 2 sessions up front. But I do have a 22% off promo code right now through April 20th if you book 1 session or 2. And I have more information on my blog on my website about how to prepare, what Soul Center Healing Hypnosis is. So if you still have questions, you can check that out. You can also email me anytime, and I'm happy to answer them. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions as well, you can also comment. So thanks for watching.